Conclave's score relied heavily on an unusual instrument that can only be played with wet hands. Conclave is one of the best movies of the year, a taut and pulpy political thriller about the process of picking a new pope, and one of its secret ingredients is its otherworldly score. Because when it came time to compose the movie's music, Volker Bertelmann knew it couldn't sound typical. He didn't want the regular Baroque or classical church-style music you'd associate with the Vatican. So, according to IndieWire, he started experimenting with lesser-known instruments and modern techniques. And that brought him to the crystal bachette, an instrument made of tuned glass rods, first invented in 1952, that can only be played with soaking wet hands. Bertelmann explained, when you are in a room with that instrument, you feel like you're in an otherworldly space. It's not amplified, it's just played with wet hands. You have to rub glass rods. The composer used the unusual sounds of the instrument to signify the main character's disappointments and doubt throughout the movie. Quote, "I like the sounds that you can touch somehow, where you hear the viscerality. This fully acoustic instrument that can only be played in the room with your hands feels really appropriate for the very lo-fi process of picking a new pope." As the movie shows, 108 men lock themselves in a room away from influence of the outside world, and they vote by hand, writing their preferences on cards, which then get counted, thread, and burned each time. It's a process that very few people have witnessed in person. Strange, like the crystal bachette, but it's also uncannily universal and recognizable as typical human behavior. Familiar, like the feeling stirred by the instrument's music.